Google update guidance on cross-domain canonical. Google update their guidance on the proper way to handle syndicated content on third-party websites. Google updated the guidance on cross-domain canonical for syndicated content. However, the guidance for syndicated news remained the same. Google cross-domain canonical. Canonical link element is a way to tell search engine that a web page should not be considered the original source of the content, that it should be considered a duplicate page, and to also point with a link to the page that Google should consider to be original. Cross-domain canonical is when the duplicate page appear on an entirely different website. Google updated the guidance about crawling and indexing on Tuesday, May 2, 2022 to remove guidance about the cross-domain canonical, but the change was confusing because it seemed to indicate a change in how to use cross-domain canonical, but no explicit the statement about that existing to confirm that there was a change. We contacted someone at Google on Tuesday to ask if cross-domain canonical are no longer supported. They told us that they get back to us on Wednesday to clarify, but in the meantime the documentation in question was updated. They said Google is still hosting older conductory guidance, clear as mud. Google update crawling and indexing guidance. There are two changes in the guidance for how to use cross-domain canonical for syndicated content that is not news content. Change number 1, removed guidance. The first change was to crawling and indexing guidance for avoiding the duplicate content. Google update the crawling and indexing guidance to remove the recommendation to use a cross-domain canonical. This is what was removed. Reason to specify a canonical URL to manage syndicated content. If you syndicate your content for publication on other domain, you might want a particular URL to appear in search result. Change number 2, added guidance. The second chance was the addition of new guidance to Google page on finding canonical issues. The new guidance specifically recommended against using a cross-domain canonical for syndicated content. This is new guidance. Syndicated content, a canonical link element is not recommendation for those who wish to avoid duplication for syndication partner, but because the page are often very different. The most effective solution is for partner to block indexing for your content. For more, see avoid article duplication in Google News, which also has advice about blocking syndicated content from Google search. Cross-domain canonical for syndicated new content. The above change do not affect how syndicated content is handled by the Google News crawling and indexing system. Google still recommended that news publishers who syndicate their news content to continue use cross-domain canonical as prescribed in the existing guidance, which has not changed.